Y'all. DDG recently broke up with his man's JAY5. It's almost like these guys are coming out of a factory, and the guy just hit shelves. JAY5 just hit the shelves. We hop into Walmart. We were like, oh, shoot, JAY5's the newest addition to the streaming universe. And then he just gets snatched off the shelves immediately, or at least snatched off the shelves that DDG's running in his distribution network. And I'm here to say that I think, and I will cover that whole thing probably in a scripted video where I just have every single piece of information in chronological order, because there's just so much with that. And every time I try to make a video, new information comes out. I'm like, oh, this is another topic. But one thing I wanted to touch on is that part of the reason why DDG said they couldn't be cool is because JAY5 was going to bring some people to meet with DDG. And I think there's some backstory that people aren't adding to this, why DDG took that so seriously, and he wasn't able to repair, or wasn't willing to repair, this relationship like he was willing to repair relationships with other people in the past. So I'm going to play you guys that first clip right now.
I'm trolling this at this point. And then it get to a point where really make me say, like, you know what, I don't fuck with this no more. This got to talking gangster with me. Typing with only C's and shit, replacing all the K's. And I'm like, who are you trying to bang on? To me, shit, even that deep. Even when he's saying the this and that, blah, 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 it ain't even that deep to me. I'm like, bro, this really not that deep. Let's just go get some 16-ounce gloves, and let's just box this out, and we can hug it out afterwards. That's how I solve my problem. That's how real friends supposed to go. You fight, you get it out the way, and then we good.
Wait, real friends are supposed to fight? How does that work? Maybe that's a boy thing.
This, I told this nigga, hey, let's box this, get it over with. Boom, boom. I was just gonna tickle his nose a little bit, you know, jab, jab. Wasn't that deep. I wasn't gonna try to hurt the little man. Like, I wouldn't even on there. I'm like, bro, you're not finna keep saying on the phone, I'm gonna beat your ass.
He called him little man. Okay, you cannot be friends.
I'm gonna do this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then you don't wanna. Ain't that gang culture? Don't y'all fight all the time? I'm like, this should be nothing but a walk in the park. Let's just box and run this bag up for capaholics. Let's just get this over with. It's not that deep. This calls his Crip homies. I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't my mans. This ain't my mans. This is not my homie. You calling some to come fight for you? Knowing how this can go, knowing how far it can go, I wouldn't be surprised if this was on the phone trying to put plays together to get me robbed, whatever the I don't know what this got going on. But once he did that and he's trying to call on me.
Hey, listen, I can't. All I'm willing to say is I know these gang members be doing it, and they're like, yeah, you know, we just ran the fade. And this is why I think they're able to do it, is because, number one, cameras aren't recording. Number two, they're doing it in a private area. And number three, there is a hierarchy in place to where it's like, hey, this is a respect level thing. But regular homies, and DDG falls into regular because he's not a gang member or involved in anything like that. Or regular people in general, if you gotta get into a fade with your homies, them is not your homies, dog. Maybe if you're a child, but as a grown man, like let's say you're anywhere from like 6 to 14 years old, right? You get into a little scuffle with the homie. It is what it is. Especially the most important part is it's not public and it's not videotaped, because that's when you start getting into like these status games and there's humiliation involved. And that's why I think with DDG, there's no way you're getting into a fade with DDG and losing, because JAY5 would lose and it's going to be cool after. No, it's going to be cool for DDG after, because he knows he would win. And then what do you think DDG's the type to do? He's like, you get into another argument with him. He's like, all right, don't make me have to put hands on you again. Oh, you don't want to do that again. So he's constantly belittling you to remind you that he beat you when you guys ran that fade. So no, we got to get that out of here. But I personally didn't even know JAY5 was involved whatsoever with gangs in LA. And apparently, information that I got, someone told me, is that JAY5's dad is really like that and really respected. And this is why I got to give credit to JAY5. This is why I know that I like JAY5. Pause on that. Because he grew up in that. I didn't know JAY5 had anything gang related, right hand to God, until DDG and that person told me what JAY5's dad was involved in. And I've seen a good amount of clips from JAY5. So that just goes to show he is not the type of person that needs to let everybody know about that. And I like a type of person like that, because that's someone you know you can take other places. But JAY5 goes on to add a little bit more context. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
At this point, you did get to a point where really make me say, like, you know what, I don't put this no more. I
had his bad gang, like, in real, there ain't happened. What the Come happen for what? Internet beef?
I'm like,
Beef for real, but it's not the streets, gang.
What you talking about? You're not finna bang on me. And then
I type like that all the time.
Across the line, bro. The following day.
Yeah.
Bro, I called T.O. because they all in the crib deliberating and shit. I called.
Yeah. This is what I really want to talk about. And if he would have listened to my video and not yap the whole time, he would have understood. He would have caught what I'm finna say.
Blah, 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 blah. This gonna say like, Kai, your daddy. That's
Yeah.
what I said. So I said, I made you. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you saying Kai is this, what the fuck am I to you?
Yeah.
I gotta at least be your uncle or something.
And mind you, and this is, I know this is something he doesn't know how to do, and I take full accountability. You know what I'm saying? I apologize because
Wait, but why are these boys fighting anyways? Like, that's, I don't know. It's like they're both grown men. I don't get what's the need. And then to put it all over the internet. Unless it's all just like a stunt to get more views or whatever.
at the end of the day, you know, that wasn't right to say. I shouldn't have stooped to his level. You know, I should have remained calm-headed. That was my fault.
Nigga, I gotta be your grandpa. I gotta be something to you. Cause there ain't no way you popping it like that. Right? That's what he said. So then, yeah, I said, I made you.
Yeah.
And then that's when he got to doing all this other. So we get on the phone, arguing back and forth. I told this, all right, we going back and forth. This is how I saw this man, right? To
Yeah.
me, ain't even that deep. Even when he's saying the this and that, blah, 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 blah. It ain't even that deep to me. I'm like, bro, this is really not that deep.
Yeah.
Let's just go get some 16-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
And let's just box this out. And we can hug it out afterwards.
Yeah, and this is where he lied. You know what I'm saying? Our last messages were, he told me, "F you for life." On the phone, the said, "We not homies. I'm gonna beat the shit out you. After I beat the shit out you, we not gonna be cool. Don't ever think we finna be cool. All this, all that." So why is you making it seem like, oh, we could have just? I told him, let's just do 16 ounces. We just tickle his nose a little bit, and then we cool. No, man, you said some whole other shit. So, and then you said, I'm with all that. You said, I'm with all that, and all that. Like, yeah, so, oh yeah, I don't know if he said it
My
yet.
problem. That's how real friends supposed to go. You fight, you get it out the way,
Yeah,
and then we good.
yeah.
This, I told you, hey, let's box this and get it over with. Boom, boom. I was gonna tickle his nose a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
jab. He
Yeah.
went there deep. I wasn't gonna try to hurt the little man. Like, I wouldn't even on that. I'm like, bro, you're not finna keep saying on the phone, I'm gonna do this and that.
Mind you, he's saying it like I said, I'm a your ass. Like, hey, I'm a your ass. Gang, you the one initiating this.
Another reason for me to like this guy. He even apologized. So he said, like, yo, Kai's your daddy. And he, even after this breakup that he had with DDG, he says, you know what? I was wrong for saying that. That's maturity right there. And he doesn't have any reason to do something like that. But first, we see a sick PC right next to JAY5. JAY5 went and copped a Bentley that people were trying to cap was $350K, but he paid like 80 something K for that, which they decided to pocket watch him. It was DDG fans pocket watching him, not me. I think the fact that he got it, you get a whip like that regardless. I'm giving you, I don't care what year it is. I mean, as long as we're not doing like a 1999 Bentley, right? But if it's within the past 10, 15 years, 10 years even, who cares? I'm looking at it like, hey, congratulations, you leveled up. You're able to afford something like this. That's good for you. So good for JAY5. But the reason why we got to circle this back, he got a nice PC. They say he's spending on his girl. He got to upgrade to
As he
YouTube Premium.
should.
What, JAY5, what you doing over here? Listen, YouTube Premium is the last thing that I will ever remove. Now, YouTube does be playing around, and they be trying to rank the charge up that YouTube Premium, make it more and more expensive. I might have to hit up the Turkey plug. You know how these streamers, they say they be buying subs from Turkey or whatever, which I don't know if that's so true, but subscriptions to Premium of Spotify or any of these other platforms, including YouTube Premium, is cheaper if you use another country's currency. And it's basically, if they keep playing with me, I might have to get a Turkey subscription or an Argentina subscription, I think, because those are significantly cheaper. But YouTube Premium, I will cancel Spotify. I will cancel, hell, I might not even pay rent. Now, my mama don't charge me rent. That's crazy. If your mama charge you rent, hey, it is what it is. Listen, we can't all have love given to us like that. I guess it's just for the chosen ones. Shout out to Soul Illuminati on that one. But regardless, the point is, I'm not giving up YouTube Premium. And JAY5, he need to hop on that YouTube Premium. It will change your life. I promise you. JAY5, hop on that YouTube Premium. But I do respect him staying off that ad block. He's giving DDG his paper. So even in the times when he is a foe, he decided, you know what? I'm gonna play this ad for DDG, make sure that he gets his paper off of this. So that's respectable right there.
You feel me? And I told bro, I literally said, and when he said, I'm gonna let it get to it.
And then you don't want to.
I never said I didn't want to. I always said I'm never turning on no fade, brother. Like that's already that, brother. I've been said that, brother.
Don't y'all fight all the time? I'm like, this should be nothing but a walk in the park. Let's just box and run his bag up for capaholics.
Yeah.
Just get this over with. It's not that.
But he don't need money, gang. He's not money hungry. Why? Like, run the bag up for capaholics, but brother, mind you, bro just said, I don't need money. I'm full. I'm full, gang. I'm full. Like, he don't need no money, gang.
This caused his crip homies.
Ooh.
This ain't my man's. This ain't my man's.
I'm not your man. You just told me I wasn't your man's, though, brother. You just said I wasn't your man's, brother. Now when I call the bros, it's like, nah, he not my man's, brother. The reason why I called the bros is, everybody bowed down to you. When I got into it with you, I'm not now I don't even feel comfortable. Now I feel like if something happened, gang, ain't nobody riding for me. That's how I personally felt. So I'm gonna pull up with my bros. That don't mean my bros gonna do anything to you, brother. Mind you, that's why he apologized last time, because I brought the bros. We was supposed to link up at the video. We was doing our video and we got into it. We was finna squabble, and I always say this anytime. I say, I'ma squabble you first, and then my bro want a bag fade off you. Yeah, like that's how that's how we do it.
I believe J5 here because DDG knows what he's getting into. So if that was the conversation that they had on the phone.
Wait, so they had to fight one person and then another person after? But then they're already gonna be tired from the first fight, I think.
DDG knows that he most likely, J5 is most likely not recording that. It wasn't going to be logged. So if it ever came up to the point where he had to show texts, DDG would show the text and the text wouldn't align with what J5 was saying. So I believe DDG sent it there. And J5, I think he's being fair here. He even says like, yo, he took it to this violent side of things. And if he's telling me F me for life, I'm looking at it like, all right, I guess we done. Like, what's the situation here? I don't even know if I can trust you. Are you still my mans? Because if you're just trying to run this friendly fade with your homie that DDG claims to be doing, then you wouldn't say F you for life. Hold on. I really just had to rewind that in my head. He said, I'm going to bring my bros because I don't feel safe around your peoples because you said F me. And I'm following. I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. But then he says, I'm never the one to, well, he previously said, I'm never the one to turn down a fade. But after we fade, if I lose, my homie's going to need the back fade off.
Yeah,
of
that's what
I'm
I'm saying.
He's not talking about a haircut, that's for sure. So if you lose, that means your homie, that he needs to fight your homie. Like this reminds me of back when Israel Adesanya was doing kickboxing, and they would have certain fights where they were like tournament style fights where there was, I don't know, like 16 people, and then you had to do fight after fight after fight after fight the whole night until you go up the charts or the rankings, and then you get to the finals fight. It's kind of like a quarterfinal, semifinal, and then final. Maybe even like a, yeah, I think it starts out at 16 people. So you got DDG going through this, and he's like, this is how they do it in LA. Maybe this is why I don't go to LA. Because if this is how they're getting down, and this is the thing, this is an LA thing, because I remember, because they look at it, and you got to keep in mind, like he's saying, like, yo, if we're homies, we can run the fade. So they only believe in a friendly fade, which is if they're homies with you, they'll run the fade. But if they're not homies with you, you are subject, and they ask you for a fade, which they don't turn down, you are subject to being attacked with a weapon, you're subject to being jumped, and you got to deliver a back fade if you win. So it's like, if you lose, it's bad for you because you're going to be, pain is going to be inflicted on you. And if you win, pain is still going to be inflicted on you because there's multiple people coming after you. What the hell is this? This is where DDG, you got it. J5 then goes on to say that, hey, DDG could just squabble up with his homie instead. That's his age. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
If any feel away, you can squabble my bro. He right here. That's just how we do,
Good
brother.
evening, Bray.
You feel me? You want to talk about Mr. Crip and Mr. this and all this Crip. So when I bring the Crips out, so, oh, it's not my man's. This not my, nah, it's a problem, gang. No, I was gonna squabble you. That wasn't no problem. But I also want to see you squabble at your age. Like I want to see you squabble at 27, 28. I want to see you squabbling. Like all this popping you do to us, squabble when.
Wait, how old is he then?
These. I want to see how you get one of these. You feel me? Cause all this popping to me, to yo, and all that. I want to see you pop it to these. Cause last time when I was bringing these, you apologized. Oh, I'm sorry.